And yet another busy night at the draft. We go live to sports anchor Ronnie Duncan at Debo's in Southfield. Ronnie, Lions fans are going to be wondering, are Goff's days numbered in Detroit?
I don't know about all that. That's about that pessimistic talk that a lot of people don't recognize the success Jared Goff had last season, and he's a quarterback who's doing one thing, Jeff. He's getting better. I don't know if I'm getting as better as he is, but every time he comes out, he gets better. That is not the story of the day. The story of the day is a young man named Gibb and a young man named Campbell. I'm talking Jack Campbell. I'm talking Jared Gibbs. These are the top two draft picks in the first round of the Detroit Lions, and they were happy about it. Got a chance to talk to both men one-on-one, and it was tons of fun.
You know, it showed they trusted me, they value me, so I'm really thankful for them.
As soon as I got that call, it's just instant memories of all the people who have sacrificed, pushed me to be who I am.
While it is true that no one holds the key to the future, one thing you can't predict is untapped potential. And both Gibbs and Campbell have it both, and they plan to share it here in Detroit.
I'm not you, but how did it feel the moment you saw Barry Sanders, considered the greatest running back of all time, and you sitting right there next to him?
Yeah, it was crazy because when I saw him walk out the car, I was like, ain't no way. But yeah, had to calm myself down a little bit. But yeah, it was cool meeting my favorite player of all time, and talking to him. It was pretty surreal, but it was awesome, though.
Campbell asserts himself on the field, and spiritually, he answers to a higher ground.
Like, my favorite verse is Ephesians 2:10, and it reads, "For we are created in Christ Jesus' image to do good works for which in advance He has prepared for us to do." So I feel like He's given me all these unique talents and abilities to be here, right here, and He's already known this ever since I was born. So going out and fulfilling it for His kingdom is something that I try to do day in and day out. So.
Thank you, brother.
Day by day, what that young man says he does, and he prays for nothing but brighter futures for both he and Mr. Gibbs. But the man who did the choosing, the man who did the picking, is general manager Brad Holmes. I heard from him last night, and he said this was one heck of a draft, especially in the first round.
There's favorites that arise, and we feel like that's what we got tonight.
That's the type of joy and excitement Brad Holmes, general manager of the Lions, had about the selections he made. At number 12, getting Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama. Started that career at Georgia Tech. And perhaps no one in Detroit has seen anyone run like him. Since the likes of Barry Sanders, he's just that versatile and that good.
We were just thrilled. He's very explosive. He's a weapon. You know, obviously he can do it all as a runner, but you know what he can do as a receiver and a lot of other things. So his versatility, what he's going to bring to the offense, we're really excited about.
With the 18th selection, the Lions chose Jack Campbell, an inside linebacker at Iowa who is a leader, a two-time captain. He checked all the boxes when it came to making that move.
A lot of top 5 athletic categories among all the linebackers in this year's draft, and for a 6'4.5", 250-pound inside linebacker, that was pretty impressive. But then we're not even getting into, you know, two-time captain. We're not getting into extremely instinctive, extremely smart, extremely physical, very versatile. He can do it in the run game and the pass game. So, again, we're just ecstatic about both those players, and we had a really, really good night.
Well, we got some fans here who love the draft. I've got my man Yannick. Yannick, we just made a pass. They got Broderick out of Western Kentucky, defensive tackle. But you like some of the other choices that have been made thus far. Tell me who it is.
It got to be the running back. I think they need another playmaker with Jamison Williams being out the first 6 games. I think he's going to do it. I also like Jack Campbell. You know, we needed someone in the middle that can tackle. I think he's going to be an excellent piece for us to plug and play.
You know, you talked to me off camera. You said, "Hooker, Ronnie, we finally got another quarterback."
Yeah.
Jeff Saversky was like saying, "The playing day's done for Jared Goff."
No.
I don't think that's the case, but insurance is something to have.
Yeah, definitely. We needed a backup quarterback in case Jared Goff goes down. And Hooker, he fits the bill. You know, young guy that can come in and take over. just to Jared Goff. If he gets hurt, he's a good pick. I think that's a surprise pick of the draft right there for sure.
Let's take a look at some of those picks that we have, of course. And as you can tell, some of the individuals that we have put down on that list, there's just 4 more players to go for the Detroit Lions. And that, of course, will happen tomorrow. But I got my man David here. You are not a pessimist, you're an optimist when it comes to the Detroit Lions. Tell me why, and what do you think of this draft?
Well, absolutely, I'm an optimist. First of all, when you do all the mock drafts and you hear about all the different names that are supposed to go in the first round, when your team doesn't get one of those names, you get a little disappointed at first. But what you got to remember is this group right here, we got Amon-Ra St. Brown, we got James Houston, we got Rodrigo. Those names, they were all picked in the 4th round and later. So we got to have faith that that Holmes knows what he's doing and let him do his thing and build a champion.
As I said to someone earlier before, that's why he is the general manager. As for the Tigers, they didn't play. They will play a day-night doubleheader tomorrow, starting at 12 down at Comerica Park. Reporting live from Debo's, I'm Ronnie Duncan, CBS News Detroit. 3-2-1, I'm done.